Sup, this is Nate the Bias User, and today I'm going to be doing my 2024 honorable mentions. There's going to be a little more than last year just because of how much great stuff dropped. But without further ado, we will start with Fontaines D.C Romance. Irish post-punk revival act shows no sign of slowing down with this record. A catchy addition to their catalog. Then we have Megan Thee Stallion-MEGAN. She continues to be the better of what the mainstream has to offer, especially with this record that manages to give us one banger after another. Then there's Moor Mother, the great Bailout, spoken word with a crazy dark atmosphere. Next, St. Vincent goes hard, even in its dark surrounding on All Born Screaming. Next is Philly punk band Mannequin Pussy with I Got Heaven. Can't go wrong with a little Riot Girl. This metal band I recently came across Uniform brings out a wide, smoky, industrial atmosphere for 40 minutes with American Standard. So while mindlessly wandering the world of recent random stuff on Album of the Year, one week I discovered this electro-pop and, correct me if I'm wrong, J-pop inspired record, Constant Companions from Jamie Page, that simply brightened my whole day with some of the sweetest and full of life vocal performances I've heard as of recent. After this, the Haunted Mountain Goat Cemetery throws us another party of horror with Bloody Angel. Death's Dynamic Shroud teams up with Galen Tipton, makes a high-quality electronic record to be expected from DDS, but also all over the place, and yet still manages to click so goddamn well. I could say the same for the new LustSickPuppy-CAROUSEL from Hell, plus it's a little more terrifying. We then get the black metal project from Krallice-Inorganic Rites. Denzel Curry gives us a mixtape, surprisingly, his first since 2012, which is interesting because it isn't like it's not up to par with any of his albums quality-wise, even if it isn't one of my favorites of his. But either way, this is King of the Mischievous South Volume 2. The 2000s second favorite house duo from France, Justice, returns with a good amount of company, from Tame Impala to Miguel to Thundercat. They made sure to let everyone know that these two still got it. Next is most likely the final Ka album, The Thief Next to Jesus. Shortly before rapper and 9/11 first responding fireman Ka passed away, he gave us this abstract hip-hop highlight. Rapper Anderson .Paak and producer Knowledge team up as No Worries once again with the soulful Why LAWD. And to give another producer just as much credit as the rapper, there's Blue and Exile-Love, The Ominous World. We also get this soulful psychedelic rock highlight with Grande Mahogany-As debut as Grande-As. PC Music's own A.G. Cook gives us Britpop, a triple album, and while I think one is better than the other, and they all sound different, it's still a good time, especially disc 1. If you're into the kind of hyperpop PC Music puts out, don't miss out on this one. Next is Ulcerate with Cutting the Throat of God. Very lengthy death metal cuts on this one. Next, hip-hop trio from Ireland, KNEECAP, hits us with their album Fine Art, providing elements of house, drum and bass, and even drill hip-hop that I'm not usually a big fan of, but it ends up working well here. Not to mention how everyone has good chemistry with each other. Next is Willow with Empathogen. Willow Smith strips back her high-level pop-punk side for something more jazz and art pop-centered, but simultaneously shows a high level of attitude vocal-wise. Next is Nails, Every Bridge Burning. The grindcore goats come back after 8 years with yet another banger record that'll take up no more than 20 minutes of your time. While we're on the subject of comebacks, UK progressive house DJ Jamie XX giving us In Waves. With years of coming across her EPs, Nia Archives finally follows through with a larger body of work and keeps me interested throughout the energetic drum and bass and jungle sound. And finally, we have the debut album from Liana Flores-Flower of the Sound. Just a beautiful psychedelic folk record. So yeah, those are my honorable mentions, and they're all fantastic albums, by the way, which just goes to show how much I love my top 50 albums of this year. Because I've definitely added like way more albums on my love lists like this year out of like all the years I've been reviewing music. I'm really happy about that. But until then, also make sure to check out my other social medias, especially if you're curious of what my top 50 albums of 2023 were, because I didn't make a video. Yeah, I think that's everything.